Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios, this is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Good to be home.
Mm-hmm.
Good to be back in the great state of Texas. It was good to be in another state that I had never been to before. But it's always good to be home. Cheers, my friend. We in the building.
Cheers.
Baby, let's get it.
Rossville, Texas cheer pick. I should have gave you the makers. You like the makers. You should have did the makers.
I do like makers.
Should have did the makers, Texas
I like
cheer
this too.
pick.
I was trying to talk while drinking whiskey, and that doesn't work at the same time.
No.
I'm going to sound like this the rest of the show.
That's good. You sound like Charlie Parker.
You remember Pharrell? There was a guy back in the 90s and early 2000s. His name was Pharrell. And he did a fake voice like this. I don't know how he did it every night, but he did it. And he was a nationally syndicated guy, mostly on the North and the East Coast, overnights.
And it was fake?
Yeah. No one speaks like that. Remember Pharrell, LG? You probably do.
Oh, no, Pharrell.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, never mind. Take it out and dump the first 5 minutes of the show. Yeah. I'm tired, man. Hopefully this whiskey will wake me up. 30 hours. Dude, so as I get older, I have discovered that it takes you longer to recover from anything. Yeah. A workout,
drinking,
tripping over something, and losing sleep.
Yeah.
So I had a really great week with Nina. She had a work thing in Savannah, Georgia, and I got to go and be a fly on the wall, and it was an amazing experience. And honestly, I've come back a different guy. I have a whole new way of looking at our company. Honestly, but the point I bring this up because, and I'll talk about that meeting if you want, or the days I had there, business
What's
stuff as we go. But the reason I'm so damn tired is because I didn't get any sleep night before last, and it's taken me 2 full days to recover. Yeah, so Friday night, it's our last night. We had a 7 a.m. flight. Of course, the collective meetings are over, and guys want to go do some drinking and get some dinner. So we agreed to go do some dinner, but we had an 11 o'clock self-imposed curfew because we had a 4 a.m. wake-up call because I had a 7 o'clock flight, and the airport in Savannah is not that close to town.
Why don't you just stay awake and not go to sleep?
Because I'm not 20. I'm old. Scott Farrell on the bench. That's it, Mark Thomas. Farrell on the bench.
We talked about you Thursday at Slackers on you and your discipline about sleep.
I'm very disciplined about it.
Like the night before a flight, I don't care. I go to sleep. I'll sleep on the flight and just snore and just piss off the person next to me. Who has a curfew when they're around 12 millionaires?
Self-imposed curfew.
A self-imposed curfew with 12 millionaires.
This guy.
You didn't pay for shit.
No.
You see what I'm saying? You didn't pay for shit.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Dude, I'm
What
old.
do we do? Mike,
How I feel tonight's the
plane.
reason why I self-imposed
This
a
guy
curfew.
says, I'm tired. You went to bed at 11.
I went to bed at 11 and didn't sleep a wink.
Oh,
so here's what happened.
Okay, tell me.
This is the reason I'm tired. So before you dunk on my ass, I didn't get any sleep. And the point is, because I didn't get any sleep Friday night, it's probably going to take me a full 2 days to get back to normal. My body's fucked up. So we get back to the room. It's probably, okay. It was closer to 11:30. Oh, we had to walk back. I know.
We're really doing it up now.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, bras were hanging from the ceiling fans at 10 p.m. So we get back to the room and we open the door and it was hot. Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Did I forget to set the AC? I thought it was on auto. Blah blah blah. No, it's on. What the hell? Oh, okay. Did we leave the patio door open? Because, in hotels, if you leave the door open, it cuts off the AC. Most of them. Now the door's solid shut. It's hot. That's weird. So I'm messing with the thermostat in our room. I put it down low and figure, it'll kick on in a minute. 10 minutes go by and it didn't kick on. 10 more minutes go on and it's hot. Now it's hot.
Right.
And I went and took a shower, thinking the air would be on by the time I got out of the shower, and it was not. And I get out, and Nina's starting to sweat. Like she's got beads of sweat on her forehead. I'm like, what the hell? So Nina calls down to the deal. And
Switch my room.
And they told her, well, sometimes some of the rooms will trip, but we have like a main trip.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get my engineer to go back there and click it. So give it about 20 or 30 more minutes and promise it'll come back on. So I guess they do what they do. The engineer goes down to the big breaker. What does a breaker look like for a giant hotel? Is it a breaker the size of a Volkswagen?
Yes.
Shrunk.
For sure.
So he does that. 30 more minutes go by, and now it's midnight, and it's not on. And we call back down to the lobby, and they're like, we're so sorry, something must be wrong. The problem is we don't have an AC person here at 12:15 a.m. to go look at it. So sorry about that. We'll give you a refund. Well, can you switch us to another room in the hotel? So sorry about that. We're full. If you'd like, we'll help you pay for another hotel in town. But what are the odds we're going to find a fucking hotel in a tourist town at 12:30 at night?
Right.
And so we fought through it. At one point, I went and opened the door to the hotel room and propped a chair by it. So, like, if you walk past our hotel room that night, you would see that there was a door propped in. The door was open with a chair propped on it. So I tried to let some of the hallway air come in. It didn't work very well, and I got creeped out because the door is open.
The door is open.
That didn't work. So 1 o'clock in the morning, I get up, shut the fucking door. I open the patio door to our balcony. Problem with that is there's bars down below.
Oh, y'all stayed in the happening spot.
Yeah.
Got you.
Right in the middle of the happening spot. And there's bars down below. And there's people going ape shit, and an ambulance pulls up out there, and then a cop shows up, and now everybody's on the street, and it's just fucking mayhem. And I'm just like, well, we can get a little bit of breeze, but we have to listen to all the partiers. That didn't work. I couldn't sleep with that either. I like white noise. I like having a fan on, but I thought, well, maybe just the noise of a crowd will maybe in a weird way white noise me to sleep. Nope, didn't do that. I couldn't sleep. So I went in and just shut the damn door. God damn. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, Rudy, at this point. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm so exhausted. I'm burning up. Neither one of us have any covers on. I'm all the way down to my fucking chones. Nina's in her chones. We're just trying to get some sleep. I have a 4 o'clock wake up call. And finally I fall asleep.
And the alarm goes off.
I can feel my body go to sleep. And then around 3 a.m., I hear like what sounded like a big, huge vehicle. What the fuck is that? And then I hear this loud speaker with like a chat GPT voice or something that goes, Attention. No loitering. Clear area immediately. No loitering. Clear air immediately. Clear park. Clear area. Savannah PD sends a SWAT truck down the main drag there, and I guess that's their way of like getting rid of homeless people.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here.
And homeless folks and stuff. No loitering. Please clear the area. And that went on for 15 minutes. No loitering. Please clear the area. Nightmare.
Well,
you know what? I would have killed it. Actually, it wasn't a nightmare, because if you have a nightmare, that means you're asleep. And I was not asleep.
Well, this is what I heard.
Oh, what an ass whip.
This is what my party animal, alcoholic ass heard. Well, if you were going to be up till 3 anyway, you might as well have stayed out with the boys.
Had I known. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Had you known that was going to happen, you should have stayed out with the millionaires and drunk Blanton's and Old Forester birthday bourbon and shit. I can only imagine the bourbon list that was being passed around with a bunch of millionaires.
It doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck.
I had really great whiskey all week long.
I know you. Oh, sorry about that.
And
I know you did.
Dude. So, no sleep. All that. Sorry for the bitching, but that's the reason why I'm still tired. So I didn't even get home till late evening. Missed Longhorn postgame show. But I knew I was going to miss that. I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. I'd have been so tired. We did it earlier today. Me and Rudy knocked it out today. You can go see it on Love You Hard TV. So we went to bed last night. I'm not bullshitting you. We went to sleep at 8:30.
Damn.
And I woke up at 5:30. It's great.
That's 9 solid hours.
Man. Yeah. I slept 8:30 to 5:30.
Too much, right?
Yeah. And took a 30-minute nap a few hours ago, right before you came over to my apartment today to do the Longhorn show. I just gotten out of bed after 30 minutes, and I'm ready to go to bed now.
No, what they'll tell you is sleep is important. But you take it to a whole nother level.
I'm a huge believer in it. Matter of fact, there are sleep studies you can like study as an extracurricular course at Stanford. There are some really high-tone studies on sleeping. The importance of getting enough sleep.
It's huge.
Some people think they don't need enough, but man, the average person, some folks can get by on 4 hours. The average person must get at least 7. And I'm not saying in increments. I'm talking about 7 straight hours. Trying to get
7
like
hours
4
of
hours
REM sleep just never going to happen for me.
Yeah, but if you can get a couple, you're okay, man.
I get 6. If I get 6, I'm happy. I just don't sleep well, which isn't good.
I'm not happy with 6. I'm happy with 7. I'm elated with 8. Anything more than 8, that's too much, and I'm like groggy.
That's why, you got more than 8 last night.
7.5 is my comfort zone, but I'm making up because I got no sleep the night before, and so I didn't get. I need to get 7 tonight. So I slept 9 hours last night, but that's 9 hours and 48 hours of time. So because I'm old now, and I'll be 50 soon, if I miss a night's sleep, it's a 2-day recovery.
Sure.
If I get drunk and hungover, it's 2 days to recover. The sign of getting old is if you have a bad night's sleep,
recovery gets
takes
bad.
2 days. And I'm sitting. This whiskey actually, in a weird way, will help. This will perk me up because I got to watch a Cowboy game tonight. So I'll be fine. I'm just tired. So I'm sorry.
Got you.
Sorry, it's been 20 minutes bitching, but I'm just tired. It is in the building. I'm perking up. We've got good. You talk about millionaire whiskey. This ain't bad right here. This is pretty good. And we are in the building. You can jump in here and jump into the chat. We got a lot of people already chatting in here tonight. You can tip us if you want to. Just the tip. It don't matter how big the tip is, though. The bigger, the better.
Jesus.
So get in here with a tip, and you can jump into the super chat to do that, and we will read your posts guaranteed if you do shoot us a tip.
Indeed, Magnum.
So where y'all at, tipsters? You can also buy us some coffee. LG has already linked the buymeacoffee.com/loveyouhardtv link onto the chat, so you can jump on there, and you can keep this little program in business here in 2K and 24. Show brought to you in part by Rebaldo Realty Group, the official
Shout out
real
to my
estate
guy
agent.
Jay. He called me last night. He called me yesterday. I was headed to the Spurs game.
I know why he called you too.
I didn't get to talk to him. So Jay, my bad. I was headed to the Spurs game, which I had a great time. We'll talk about that later. But
all right,
I'll get back with you, Jay.
No, so I bet you I know what Jay wanted to tell you.
What happened?
In the building, subscriber Steve reached out to Jay, and they partnered up. Got a new one. Yeah, we got another one. Shout out to Steve. Didn't want to give his last name. That's okay. Steve, the In the Building subscriber, has agreed to hire our guy Jay Rebaldo in his home buying process, his home buying journey. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Jay Rebaldo, the official real estate agent. He has another listing, too, he wants to share tonight with everybody. If you're in the market or you know somebody that may be, look at the price on this 2-story house. That's a $3 million home in Hawaii where I was living.
More than that.
That is a $600,000
in Austin.
In Austin. But here in San Antonio, Texas, on Blockade Drive, that house can be yours for $292,000. That's the listing price. And if you're interested in that home right now, get a hold of Jay. If you're ever interested in doing a home buying process or a home selling process, or maybe you just want you're looking into buy. I hung out with land investors all week. Maybe you're looking to buy some land. Get your ass on that phone and call Jay Rebaldo. That is our guy. 210-887-1081. Or you may shoot Jay an email directly at jrebaldo@kw.com. Jay Rebaldo.
And Steve, you're a smart man, Steve.
Because
you have started the process. And what you're going to find out, Steve, you're going to be happy. Because like I said, there's one thing to have a great real estate agent, but it's a whole other thing to have a great person being your great real estate agent. And spending any time with Jay, you're going to leave impressed with the person he is, much, much more than you are with the realtor he is. And that should be comforting in itself. So, Steve, once y'all get through this process, please share your experience with us.
That'd be great. Yeah. Keep us up to date, Steve. We care about you, and we're delighted that you decided to show faith in us by showing faith in Jay. So keep us up to speed.
Absolutely.
Not that I'm worried or anything.
No,
but
I'm
I just
not
like
worried
to
at
know
all.
how those things
I just
go.
want to document it for the show.
Yeah, and Jay will update on how it's going too. So he wants us all to know. Yeah, it makes for a great live spot.
Right.
When we get people that close houses and stuff. So call Jay if you need a house, just like Steve did. Very good. What's up,
What's
LG?
up, LG?
No. Jesus de la Rosa. Wanting to change rooms for 4 hours and get a refund. Shaking my head. First, the Priceline fiasco and the hotel problem. Talk about a bunch of customer service Karens. Jesus, it was a 5-star hotel, bruh.
Oh, it was 5-star.
Yeah.
It was 5-star.
Again.
My bad, LG. It was 5-star.
It was an elite hotel. Wasn't no fucking Motel 7 20-minute check-in.
No, they weren't going to have those type of dudes in no 2-star.
No. So you bet your ass I complain. You can't have the AC go out in your room, Jesus. If I could have just slept in the fucking park. It would have been cooler at least. Probably would have slept better. And no, we didn't book it on Priceline. I didn't book it. The Priceline thing's on me, which I'll never do again. But this was paid for by the company. So that was an unfortunate night. So I'm very tired. Ethel Wolf, 98. If you pay good money for a hotel room, the least they can do is have your AC work. It's not being a Karen. It's getting your money's worth. Exactly.
Absolutely.
I paid for the freaking room. I wasn't out bitching about things that had nothing to do with me. That's what Karens do. I mean, the company paid for the room. That woman with me, it messed up my last night in Savannah, man. I was hoping to get her naked, and she got naked, but it wasn't for anything other only because it was hot. It was too uncomfortable.
Yeah, and there's no way I'm sleeping with the hotel door open.
Nah, it lasted about 30 minutes. I couldn't do it. Paid draw. I was in Austin this past weekend, and somebody pulled a fire alarm at 1:15 when an ass whip.
That had to be a kid.
Oh, man, that is an ass whip. All right, speaking of ass whips, we've been on the air today so far 17 minutes, and I have delayed it for 17 minutes, but I guess I cannot anymore. Can we get this shit out of the way? The sorry ass, dysfunctional, no leadership having, putting tours ahead of practice, landing choppers in the middle of the Wednesday practice, sorry ass, good for nothing, don't deserve shit. Dallas clickbaits are back in action tonight in a place that has not been good to them.
Damn.
As the San Francisco 49ers, a quality organization with outstanding ownership and leadership and amazing management from top to bottom, brings its injury-riddled ball club into their field tonight where they take on the clickbaits. Yay. It's Cowboys and 49ers rekindled again tonight in the Bay. Are you fired up for the big clash between these two mighty titans?
Okay, no Micah, no Bland, no McCaffrey, no Ayuk. I don't know if Debo's playing.
Apparently, he's 70-30 to go as we speak. I'm keeping up with a couple of 49ers bloggers. Debo's probably. George Kittle's a definite. They'll announce the actives here.
George Kittle's a definite go or no go?
The reports are George Kittle's a definite go.
Good.
He's a go. So I think what are the rules? You have to release your actives. I think 45 minutes out. So we'll have them before this show.
Right when the show's about to end.
Anyway,
I don't know if I'm excited for this game. Neither team looks good.
Yeah.
I like these games. I like the Sunday night games are supposed to be for teams that are going places. Right now, because of the 49ers injuries, because of the Cowboys dysfunction, it doesn't seem like either team is going anywhere. And this isn't supposed to be Sunday night football. Sunday night football is supposed to mean something. So other than the Cowboys, 49ers haven't looked good either. And this goes all the way back to week 1, hell.
Well, if anybody has an injury excuse, it's the Niners. No McCaffrey.
Forget
about him.
Debo had pneumonia.
Yeah, even if Debo is a player tonight, what kind of shape's he going to be in? He probably lost 10 pounds.
He needs to.
So you would think that the road team would have a legit chance tonight to beat the big bad boogeyman who's kicked their ass a bunch of years in a row here.
They're still without Brandon Cooks.
However, they will have a new running back tonight.
Dalvin's activated. It don't mean how much is he going to play.
I have no idea. It depends on how much Zeke bitches, and Jerry tells Mike McCarthy to play Zeke more like he did the other night. So there's the talking point for tonight's game. Jerry Jones has taken a knee. He's relented. Now, when I say Jerry Jones takes the knee, I'm talking about it's half-ass. It's a half-ass knee take. You know how Jerry takes a knee. Remember all that shit with Colin Kaepernick where all the players got mad because Jerry's like, we don't do that here. And the players got mad, and Jerry went out there and did the big group kneel down as a team. I don't want any of my players taking a fucking knee. I'll go out there and do it myself. And it was so bullshit made for TV.
Yeah, he said, if you're a starter, you want to start for this team, you ain't taking a knee.
You wouldn't be starting. You don't care who you are. And then 2 weeks later, he's out there taking a knee. Get the fuck out of here.
That was weird. That was weird.
So this decision to play Dalvin Cook comes a month too late. I don't know what Dalvin Cook's going to do. I have no idea. It cannot be any worse than we've seen. You and I have been wondering where he's been for the last 5 games. He's been on the practice squad. He's either fat,
didn't know the playbook.
Or it's my theory that Jerry's too prideful to bench Zeke and activate Dalvin Cook. That's been my theory. Jerry does not want to admit he's wrong. He's stubborn. He's always the last guy to finally go ahead and do what he should have done already weeks and weeks ago, and I think this is another example of that. Dalvin Cook should have been the starting running back on opening effing day. So here we are, week 7 or whatever it is. Fine, put him in there.
Yeah,
I made the decision.
He wasn't in shape
because I decided he's ready.
I think he just wasn't in shape. Because why sign him?
Now, well, I guess they've ruled Dowdle out. He's too sick. I thought Dowdle might get more time. So is Zeke going to start and Dalvin's going to back him up? Because it shouldn't be that way.
Shouldn't be that way.
I could dig up the bones of Walter Payton. He'd be better than Zeke fucking Elliott right now.
Jeez, that's a little harsh. It's a little harsh.
Maybe, but I stand by what I said. It's true.
It's true.
Zeke Elliott's terrible. Harsh to Zeke or harsh to the memory of Walter Payton?
Both.
Ezekiel Elliott is the worst running back in the NFL. But he's only a Cowboy because Jerry Jones and his bullshit pride.
That's his homie.
That's my homie. We ain't trying to win Super Bowls. I say we are. I'd write a check as big. Oh, get the fuck. If I could write a check, it wasn't a check I wouldn't write.
But you wouldn't write the check to Derrick Henry.
That's right. So miss me with that. I'm just so out on them. I hope the Niners beat their fucking ass tonight and crush them.
I don't know, man. Cowboys might win this one. Again, Niners
you know what's
going to
happen? Let's say the Niners, because the Niners are banged up. Let's say somehow Dallas wins. You know what's going to be back tomorrow? Oh, we're back. Cowboy Super Bowl.
Bullshit.
Nah,
not with this. Not against this Niners. Not against this Niners team. They better not say that shit.
Those mental midgets. The way they. You know, it's funny. fans take a lot of shit for overreacting to everything. They do. They overreact to everything up there. You watch.
Sure.
If they win tonight, Dak's going to talk shit to the media.
Jump off if you want to.
Exactly.
Please.
Yeah, we're going to get jump off. Don't jump on the bandwagon now.
He didn't say that shit
left.
after Detroit.
Yeah. I just don't like them. They're the most unlikable franchise in the league, and it ain't close.
No, it's not close.
And they've never really been likable, but right now they're just a bunch of douches, and I just have no time for it, man. And I hope the Niners roll their ass. I just do. I'm so sick of Jerry Jones and his talk shows and his bullshit
threatening
quotes,
radio station host jobs,
viral quotes. That old man, somebody needs to put a diaper on his mouth and prevent that crap from flying out of it.
Diaper on his mouth or his ass or both?
Well, we're close to the diaper on the ass because he gets closer to what Al Davis was there at the end by the day. We're weeks or months away from Jerry not knowing where he's at. They have to like turn him around so he can face the field. He looks like Weekend at Bernie's, but he's still kind of alive. Remember poor Al Davis? During the last couple of years of Al Davis's life, remember he had one eye hanging out too long? Yeah. He was half dead. Like his eyeball went that way.
Bad.
They had to change his diaper at the halftime. We're getting close to that with Jerry. But I'm talking about the mouth. He needs a diaper on his mouth. But it won't happen because he surrounds himself with people that don't have the balls to tell him, hey, sir, that ain't right.
I would think it would be Steven, but it's not Steven.
It's not. He and Steven famously almost went to blows 10 years ago over Johnny Manziel. But that's a one-time thing. Have you heard of any instance since where Steven's like, hey, Daddy, we're not doing this?
No, because I think they've made the right pick. Now, the guy may pan out or may not, but I think they've done a good job of making the right decision. Like, again, Taco Charlton's the bag, he sucked. Mozzie sucked, but those were the right picks, right positions to pick. So
I'm just talking about the culture that he creates.
Oh, yeah.
The drafts are fine. I'm happy with the drafts. Now, you can make the case that guys aren't being developed properly. Some. You can make the case that the Mozzie pick was a bad pick. I didn't hate it because I trust them in the draft.
Same.
But I'm not. Look, they draft fine. They're one of the top 10 teams in the league in drafting. They are. It's just the culture. After 2 or 3 years of being a clickbait, you just get possessed. And it's happened to number 4, too. Jump off if you want.
Please. Then they get beat 47-9 a couple weeks later.
That's the Devil's team, the Cowboys.
Damn, or I thought it was God's team.
No, it's the opposite of that. They're the Devil's team. They turned their back on God. They're like Lucifer. Lucifer was an angel in heaven. He got cast out.
Right. Did you just call the Cowboys Lucifer?
I did. You think Jerry's going to heaven? I bet you a paycheck he ain't going to heaven.
A man of faith.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Ain't no way. Look, it's still those two logos in the helmet. It's always interesting when they play. It's a huge game for the players. They get up for it. The Niners will because they love to beat Dallas. I didn't say get a hard on. I said get up for it. Different kind of. That's a different get up.
Get on up.
I mean, George Kittle's wearing a F Dallas T-shirt during a regular season game.
And Micah, well, now you've made it personal. Should have already been personal.
That's
this is
correct.
a rivalry.
That's right. That's what we said last season.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway.
The Cowboys are there. It's like it's Iraq, it's Hezbollah, it's Hamas, and the Dallas clickbaits. That's the axis of evil now in 2024. Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Cowboys. That is the axis of evil in 2024. Sons of bitches.
We love
them.
them.
Get their ass kicked. Hope they get whipped.
We love the Cowboys.
Who?
We all do. Even in our hatred for them.
Well, I admire the attention they get because it makes doing talk shows easier. But that don't mean I got to sit up here and say I don't like them for that, though. It's a dysfunctional way to get viewers because they don't deserve the viewership. But I'm running a business here, so you bet your ass I'm going to talk about them. I'm just going to annihilate them while I do it.
It's crazy, but even though both of these teams are super banged up, It'll be the highest rated game this week.
Oh, yeah, by a mile. Not even close. I'm all worked up. This whiskey will help.
It's all
This will
good.
keep me awake now. See, I'm excited.
You think
I'm not
so?
tired anymore. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to roll now. All right, let's do some punches. I'm salty tonight. Let's get into some punches presented by the law office of Orlando Kill. We got punches this evening?
Yeah.
Senor.
LG, did you get that text I sent you?
Do I need to do mine first to buy some
No.
time?
I don't know if LG got. Oh,
Greg, bullcrap. Greg, you ain't changing your ways, Mike. You're still going to use Priceline.
He
Guaranteed. No, I'm not, Greg. No, I'm not. What is that on the screen?
I have to.
That looks like my old grandpa.
Who? Okay, if you had to say it's a statue, who is it?
Well, it's a member of the Miami Heat. I don't know. Let me see. That is.
I cropped the number out on purpose.
All right. Well, they're not just going to build statues of anybody.
Right, so it's an easy guess.
No
but
way. Is that really D Wade?
Yeah.
That looks like D Wade at 77. What on earth is that?
And that is exactly what D Wade said at his statue unveiling. He said
he ripped it?
He said, "Who is this guy?"
Wow, I love it.
Punch the statue makers of this thing, of this old man. He looks like the man from Don't Breathe, the movie Don't Breathe.
Good Lord.
Like, how are our statue makers so bad? That looks nothing like
Not
Dwayne
even
Wade.
at all. Like, not at all. Like, in the least.
At all.
That looks more like a 70-year-old Tony Parker.
He looks 90.
That is terrible.
Now I know it's supposed to be a rendition of him when he hit a buzzer beater, jumped on the scorer's table, and started yelling, "This is my house." So I know the moment, but that ain't D Wade. I gotta punch these statues. And again, it can't be easy to make a statue. The shit starts melting. You've already spent a bunch of money on the stuff.
No, but you're supposed to be an elite artist. Punch the Heat for hiring a street artist to do a statue.
LG, that look like
What
D
on
Wade to
earth?
you?
What on earth is that?
D Wade comes out, he says, "Who is this guy?"
I'm so glad he said that.
Looks like Lamar Odom.
A cracked out Lamar Odom. That's
Well,
bad.
Lamar Odom out pointing at his junk at the cat house.
Like,
Come get you some
How do you
disease-ridden
make-
penis.
how do you make him look that old?
That's terrible.
It's awful.
Okay, fine. Time out. That's really great if you're just doing a sculpture of a random human. But
Right.
it's supposed to be Dwayne Wade. There are some shitty statues out there. Have you seen what Dirk Nowitzki's statue looks like in Dallas?
Is it bad?
It's bad.
They
Not
got his
good.
move, the step back, one leg.
But it doesn't look a thing like him in the face. That is so terrible. You're the Miami Heat. How do you not get one of the world-renowned sculptors? Maybe they did. He was just drinking too much
This
whiskey.
is,
Maybe the AC went out in his hotel the night before he was supposed to start on the job.
I think what I'm supposed to say, this is a Temu statue. That's like, this is what happened when you order your statue off Temu. This is what you get.
The Temu statue.
They gave D Wade a Temu statue, dog.
That's Dwayne Wade after he's been dead 5 years and they dig him up.
Dude.
It's Halloween week, man. I'm being dark this week. And I've been watching a docuseries on the Zodiac Killer, so I'm got murder in my brain and death.
I've been watching the Menendez.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm hoping they get free.
Why?
Cause
You believe that they were really molested?
I do.
I feel you.
Yeah, and I want to know. And it's possible they go on another rampage and murder a bunch of folks, and it's funny. I'm in a weird mood this week. Halloween's around the corner, man. I'm tired. I haven't slept in 2 days. Paletta Man says it looks like Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. Who's that? Miami Heat. Oh,
Yeah, so I'm punching. I'm punching Miami Heat for hiring
That's
this
terrible.
dude or female and punching the dude or female who made it. That is not Dwayne Wade. He has on
No.
Dwayne Wade's jersey
God.
and he's bald. That's
terrible.
about it. Punch them.
Honestly, I send that back and make the guy do another one, or I tear that down and redo it. I don't care how much it costs. You're the
But
you're the
you know what
you're
else?
the
You know
Miami Heat.
another reason why we got to punch him? Because y'all got the statue, right? It comes in, you're excited. They pull it off the truck. You unveil it. As speaking of the Heat upper brass, and you see that, and you still say, "Yeah, well, we got to go ahead and go through with it."
And you do a ceremony and announce
I'm like,
it?
yo, put that shit back on the truck.
Terrible. Just awful. One of these days, the Spurs, I hope, would build a statue of Tim.
Not if it's gonna look like that.
Well, it won't be hard because it should be the statue should be Tim
Yeah,
holding
that's
the ball.
easy.
When you just see Tim's eyes because he's got the ball in his arms. That'd be the best statue to do. That is terrible. By the way, one of the Spurs are going to get around to doing some statues.
I don't think none of them. They won't give the okay.
It's not very Spurs-like, but they
won't give the
should.
okay.
Michael
Because
Estes says he and his wife think it's Lawrence Fishburne. Oh, yeah, it could be Lawrence. Yeah, it does look like Lawrence Fishburne.
Well, the thing about it, the Spurs do it. You got to do Ice, Dave, Tim, Tony, Manu, and Pop. I don't know where we're putting all those.
Dave, Timmy's all you need.
Oh shit!
You're talking about a statue. Timmy should get a statue. None of those other ones. You can't have 14 statues. Statues are that's
different than the
statues
rafters.
something. That's different. Yeah, that's different. Tim needs a statue. That's it. We can stop there.
That's a hot. You don't. I don't think you realize how hot of a take that is. That's a hot take.
That Tim Duncan deserves a statue and no one else in the organization.
Yes, that's a hot take.
What are you going to give Bruce Bowen one too?
No, Bruce, not Bruce, but Ice, Dave.
Ice was
Tim.
a great player, but he's not. He didn't
How
win
do you
a
not give
championship.
Manu one?
Tim won 5. Ice didn't win a title. David won a title when Tim showed up.
Manu and Tony only have rings because of Tim.
Manu Ginobili is my favorite player of all time. He don't need a statue though.
So
Tim
Pop
does.
and Tim or just Tim?
Just Tim.
That's a hot take, Mike. I don't think you realize it.
All right.
I know,
Well,
and the
we
thing
should
about it
revisit
is
it
you
then.
don't do hot takes. You just say what's on your mind.
Well, we should revisit it then. Again.
And you know what? I don't mind it because I don't think everybody should get a trophy.
No.
And everybody like the Ring
Statue
of Honor
is
tough.
for the of the one. There can be only one.
Okay, because
Remember
when
the
I think
old
about the
commercial?
Lakers, they got Magic, they got Kareem, Shaq, and Kobe. Are you okay with all 4 of those?
I'm okay with Kobe and
Shaq, Kareem, and Magic?
See, that's a lot though, man.
I know.
It's a lot of statues.
So if you could only pick one Laker to have a statue, would it be West?
No. Does Wilt have one? I guess he does. They're
don't
giving
think
out
Wilt
statues
has
in
one.
L.A. like Oprah's giving away cars. Brett C's in here. Wade's statue was created by Rotblat Armani Studio, sculptors Omri Omrani and Oscar Leon. Okay, that's a lot of words.
Yeah.
I think Brett knows what he's talking about. Among the other statues that Rotblat Armani Studio is responsible for are Michael Jordan's Spirit in Chicago. And that's a good one. How do you fuck up D. Wade like that?
They fucked that up.
That is bad. That's terrible.
Only Tim. You're
Yeah.
the first person in San Antonio, radio, TV, fan, Twitter, to say that there should only be one statue
We're
out there.
talking about a statue, man. You know, you have to be Abraham Lincoln to get a memorial like that.
No shit, right?
What are we talking about?
When you think about it,
And I loved Iceman. I love George Gervin. I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm saying statues are made for the gods.
statue is different than the rafters.
George Gervin is not a god. Tim Duncan's a god. George Gervin is one of the great players of all time. He is the 3rd greatest Spur of all time. But statues are for Zeus. You don't give statue to Menaeus and Ulysses. You give statues to, I'm not sure if there's an Ulysses, but you give statues.
I rolled with it. It sounded
did.
good.
It sounded good. You give statues to Zeus and Apollo, Achilles. That's it. Sorry, Pegasus. Fuck off. You ain't getting one. What are they? ISIS? Fuck you, ISIS. ISIS, you won wars because of Zeus. Zeus gets a statue. Peleus gets his name on the
I
Raptors.
said I said like 6 people. That's too many.
Yeah, we'll retire Odysseus' number, but he ain't getting a statue. Zeus gets a statue. Tim Duncan, Zeus. Yeah.
I like it.
I'm glad you like
That
it.
made my day.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. All
Who
right,
you
I want to
punching?
punch the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski.
What happened? What did he do?
Being a pizza. What you saw today was the reason why Kevin Stefanski might ought to be fired if they don't go on a run here. The Cleveland Browns were 1-6 going into this game today, which they hung 29 on the Ravens, who were red hot and rolling, and the Browns thumped their ass today because the Browns have good defense. The Browns have a good offensive line. The Browns have good skill players. What the Browns have also had for the last 7 weeks is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL, but you're too much of a pussy to bench him because your owner's paying him way too much money.
Right.
Your job is to put the best guys on the field. And because of politics and money, you put the worst guy on the field as the quarterback. I could have told you what I say. We did a Cowboys show after they beat the Browns on week 1.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible by Deshaun Watson. He needs to be benched right now. He's not competitive. It's one thing to be rusty. It's one thing to be limited in skill. You can't be non-competitive in the greatest football league in the world. The greatest. You just can't. He's non-competitive. I've been very consistent. I've said Cooper Rush is a better option as your starting quarterback than Deshaun Watson. He really is.
Well, look what they did with Joe Flacco when he got hurt last year.
Yeah, I know. Same shit. Same team. Pussies. Watson blows his Achilles all to pieces. And what happens today? Jameis Winston goes out there, and not only does he play well, and look, no one's putting Jameis Winston in the Hall of Fame, but Jameis Winston's a solid, middle-of-the-road starter, very good backup. That's what he is. And even he today, the Browns were fired up. He's given fiery-ass speeches before the game. Jameis Winston went out there today and bawled, and the Browns beat the Ravens 29-24. And watch the Browns win 3 out of the next 4 games and screw their chance to get the number 1 overall pick because they're actually playing the right guy. They should have been playing Jameis Winston from the beginning of the season. Just because you're giving Deshaun Watson all this money does not mean that you're stuck with him for 5 years. You know who does bullshit like that? The Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys.
Sure.
They do bullshit like that. And I'm not crediting Stefanski at all. Winston would still be rotting on the bench. Had Watson not gotten hurt, Watson would have played today, and the Ravens would have beat their ass 35-3. I just get mad when people that make that much money. There's 32 head coaching jobs in pro football. 32. And men like
That's it.
And guys like Kevin Stefanski, who's been a very good coach, he earned that job.
Been solid.
But he's too pussy to put the best guy on the field because you're general manager and an owner. And maybe Stefanski's hamstrung. Maybe I should be punching the owner too. If I'm the owner of the Browns, I'm not a meddling. If I'm an owner in the NFL, I don't meddle. I hate Jerry Jones because of his bullshit. But at some point, it's like, guys, I bring my general manager in and I'm like, are we sure we're playing the right guy? And I look at him like, the answer is no.
What are we doing, right?
What are we doing? They should have been playing Jameis Winston from week 2, but they're too pussy. Mike Tomlin would have run Jameis Winston out there week 2.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Bill Belichick, the coach of the Packers, name escapes me, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Sean McVay.
LaFleur.
Yeah. Those guys would have put Jameis Winston on the field week 2. The Browns are soft. There's a reason why the Browns never win shit. The Browns have a top 10 defense in pro football, and they're wasting it on pussy-ass decisions like giving Deshaun Watson the starting job in perpetuity for life because they're paying him so much money, even when he's been the worst guy in the league since last year.
Did you see the scene when he was being carted off?
Half the fans would have started Jameis Winston week 2.
No, the crowd was
cheering,
screaming.
I know.
You deserved it.
I know.
I think Philly was number 1 for most unsportsmanlike act by a crowd when they booed Michael Irvin when he was motionless and couldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
Your own fan base shouting you deserved it is number 1. They just moved ahead of Michael Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen.
That was bad.
And look, if they feel, first of all, they know he sucks on the field. That's more about him sucking on the field than it is him dealing with whatever he's dealt with the masseuses and things like that. But I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen a crowd applaud their starting quarterback.
Can't think of it.
Not in unison. 60,000 people chanting, you deserved it.
Mm-hmm. I would release Deshaun Watson outright.
And just keep paying them, fuck it.
And eat the money, eat the cap hit, and start over at the position. But they're too sissy. and kid has to literally blow his Achilles out before you do the right thing. And the good news for Cleveland is that's a year recovery. He probably won't be ready by opening day next year.
He's not playing next year.
He won't be ready. He shouldn't play ever again. He's
you
terrible.
Think he should retire?
Forget the perversion. He's terrible. You know what's funny?
He lost his fastball.
You know what's
It
ironic?
happens.
Well, I actually defended the Browns when they signed him.
Me
Oh,
too.
how dare you? Women's rights groups showing up and all this kind of thing. I defended them because you know what?
Me
That
too.
kid's a baller. He was one of the best 5'6" guys in the league when he was in Houston.
He lost his fastball.
He lost everything. He needs a massage bad.
Tiger
Of his
was-
game. His game
Tiger
needs
was
a
better
massage.
with a bunch of hoes.
Right. Yeah. I know, right? When he was a
be-
renegade, he
when
was
he
fine.
when he
Yep.
was smashing 5s and 6s in the back of his car at Waffle House, he was winning majors.
Yeah, he was smashing 5s and shooting 4s. Winning tournaments. On par 5 holes. Yeah, he was. The women were like weekend municipal courses.
Not even.
Not yeah,
Not
like
even.
putt.
Some of the
He
ones I
was
saw for
putt-putting on-
interviews, I was like,
Yeah, he was
"Damn,
putt-putting. Tiger forced me out to the
I
car.
was on my period. And
Gross.
He was okay with it.
He just threw the tampon out the window.
We love you long time.
Cut.
Smashing a road lizard on her period is next level savagery.
I defended the Browns. I was wrong. That guy's terrible. He needs to be released. You're going to make mistakes. You can't get him. You can't get every decision correct. But what makes the man? What? It's not about all men make mistakes. It's how they handle them. The Browns made a terrible mistake with Watson. Lots of other teams would have signed him too. But and other teams would have realized they screwed up immediately and let him go. He needs to be released. He needs to be cut outright.
Look at San Fran. 3 or 4 first-round picks for Lawrence. Let him roll for a 4th-round pick. Cut
Trey
your
Lance.
losses.
Yeah. They cut their losses. Yeah. Kyle Shanahan starts Jameis Winston week 2 after seeing that shit. They put Watson on the trade block, but knowing they're not going to get a trade for him, and they just deactivate his ass the rest of the season. They Keyshawn Johnson him. Just don't. You're good.
Right.
We'll pay you. Don't show up. We're moving on with Jameis till we figure out something different. So punch Kevin Stefanski and the GM of the Browns and the owner. Whoever made that call. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. All right. It's Orlando Kell. Don't put up a BS from your old lady if it's time to dump her on her ass. Hey, don't be the Cleveland Browns and stay with the wrong quarterback. You wind up 1-6. Cut your losses. Move on. And get Orlando Kell in your corner. Call him. He's the official family lawyer of In the Building. Call him directly at 210-775-4995, or you can email him directly. It is orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right, we've done a lot of bitching. How about something? Did you get that thing I sent you earlier, LG, on text?
Which
Something
one?
The thing I wanted to promote about the plate sale.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Could you put that
Let's
up?
do it.
I need to change my karma tonight.
All right.
I've
Let's
said a
do
lot
it.
of bad words. I'm just mad at the Cleveland Browns. And I'm mad at the Dallas Clickbaits. I just wish I was a Chiefs fan, but I'm not.
You can be.
I know, but then I look like then I'm a front runner. I'm a fan of individuals like Sean Payton, Mike Tomlin, Tom Brady, Troy Aikman.
I can dig it.
Individual.
I can
Yeah.
dig it.
All right, man. Don't want to bring the room down too much. This young man is going to be okay, thank God. For the last several weeks, a young man here in our town, and we all know his dad, a guy called Brian Ramirez. You know Brian, don't you? LG worked with Brian over at Davies Entertainment for a while. Brian was a producer over there when they were, was it Cruising Kitchens, LG? Help me out if I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, both of those.
Yeah, and Brian doesn't work there anymore, but Brian's he's a local television producer here in town, done media for years and years. He and his wife, they have one of their sons, a teenager, football player. I want to get the name of this ailment correct. So, kid called mononucleosis. It's pretty common. Teenagers get mono.
Mm-hmm.
I had buddies that got mono when I was in high school.
I thought it was a kissing thing.
I
When
think
we were in
water
school,
fountains. I don't know. There's different ways to get it.
I didn't know about this until you told me. So
Yeah, so
definitely want to promote.
This
Not
young
promote
man
this,
here,
but help out.
his name is Alessandro Ramirez, and he got mono. Oh, well, that sucks. A couple of weeks out of school, sick, stay home, chill, eat soup, watch TV, play some video games, get back. Well, he didn't recover.
He didn't recover.
And he got worse and worse and worse. And they're like, whoa. And so they're taking him to the hospital a couple of times. He's going into the clinic, like, what's going on? His symptoms are getting worse, not better. So I don't want to speak out of turn here. I don't have no idea what this means, but he had mono that eventually, I think he got some bad infections, and it turned into something called necrotizing fasciitis.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I don't have any idea what that means, but all of a sudden, and Brian's going to come on with us on Tuesday night and tell this whole story. So I'll save this for Tuesday, but best I can tell, like, he just got sicker and sicker, and finally the doctors are like, wait, he needs to stay. We need to have him overnight for observation. And so his parents are like, oh my goodness, okay, that's fine. And one night turns into weeks and weeks and weeks. This young man,
hospital bill a mile long.
This young man here, and again, Brian can tell the story when we have him on Tuesday. His dad's going to come on with us Tuesday for a little bit. And his dad's been chronicling this on Facebook, showing us, every once in a while, just giving us updates, because a lot of people know Brian and they care about that guy. LG, matter of fact, we ran into Brian at the fights when we went to the fights at the Alamo Dome. Didn't you go to the fights with us that night, and Puma and all those guys over at McFinnigan's?
I didn't go.
Oh, okay, well, dang it. What's the last time I saw Brian? Anyway, this kid here, handsome, young, teenager, prime of his life, football player, they wind up having to cut this kid's throat open. And I think they might have had to put something in there so he could breathe. So this young man has been as sick as it can get. And he's going to deal with a long, long recovery process here. And Brian will do a lot better. But all I know is I wanted to just mention this because we're Puro San Antonio and we help our own. And a lot of times we do it with plate sales. And so that's what they're going to do. It's the Alessandro's Recovery Barbecue. Lord knows what the medical bills are.
With or without insurance. With or without insurance. That's crazy.
You almost lose your son. Congratulations, he's going to be fine after a long rehab. But here's $1 million in medical bills. Sucks. So it's $12. $12. Each plate contains chicken, sausage, rice, beans, and potato salad. You can pick it up and join us on Sunday, November the 9th. That sound right? The 9th is a Sunday? Or
9th is a Saturday.
Okay.
So it's the 10th.
Okay. Noon to 5 at La Honky Tonk on Broadway.
Oh, well, they're doing it on Saturday.
Okay.
They're doing it on a Saturday. That's a Saturday.
So it should be the 8th. That sound right? No, that's the 9th.
No,
yeah, you're right. My bad.
9th is
Saturday the 9th.
But I'm just saying it's not a Sunday. It's Saturday.
Okay. I was right. Okay, yeah. So Saturday the 9th. At La Honky Tonk, noon to 5.
So they can scan that QR code with their...
Yep, it's right there on the screen.
Unless you're watching on your phone, then you can't, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's there, and I'm going to post, I'll post this. So if I put it on Twitter and Instagram, folks can click on that.
Hey, Twitter world.
So I'll do that. I know it's called X. I'll never get it out of my system. Anyway, I'm going to promote that the next couple of days. I'm going to have his pops on Tuesday. Just we can raise a couple $100 just to help, and that'd be great. So, and Nina and I have already bought some plates. We're going to go buy on the other day. We're going to go pick up plates that day. So, to have your son go through that sucks. It's totally unfair. It's just lifing, and that's people say life's going to life, but that's some serious ass lifing right there. Mm-hmm. And they almost lost this boy to mono that turned into these horrible infections and other ailments and. That's it. Thank you, LG, for putting that up there. We'll do this again tomorrow night. We'll have Brian on Tuesday to tell the story. And, I don't know Brian that well, but he's a local dude. I'm aware of his work. And that touched my heart, me and Nina. And we want to help raise awareness for that plate sale. All right, it is in the building. Somebody bought us some coffees a minute ago. Who was that?
Robert.
We got Robert Silva's in here.
Thank you, Robert.
He bought a coffee, and he says, down to my last dimes, but I support and love listening to you guys while greenskeeping at La Cantera in the morning.
Hey, Rob.
Oh, what's up?
We need a couple tea times, sir.
Yeah.
Make that happen.
You take care of them gophers out there, Robert?
Make that. Mock and terror was the first time I saw a porcupine in real life.
Oh, you don't want to mess with them things.
Yeah, I think them things can spit at you.
Yeah, they can quill you.
They quill the shit out of you.
Is it quill? That's what it's called?
And they come out like there's 50 of them. And they get all on your face.
Yeah, I've seen dogs at the vet. That,
Yeah,
like, try
I've seen
to take,
that too.
and they're
Oh,
like,
man. So bad.
but hey, Rob, I need
so
a couple
bad.
tea times, bro. I ain't been out there in a while.
All right, what else
For
today?
free.
Show brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor.
That's so sad.
I noticed while I was in Savannah, y'all had a couple of different subscribers
Oh,
come
we've
in.
had quite a few.
Yeah, AD sent me a picture of a guy and his
That was my
lovely
boy
lady.
Los.
Golfing guy.
Yeah, I've been knowing Los since
I
09.
saw another picture before that.
Yeah,
Lowe's.
that was
Another
that was
couple
a couple
came in over the weekend. Shout
Then
out.
I had one come in yesterday. Spent almost $200 in the building. Told me he's like, just got back from the DR. I have a daughter from a previous relationship. Wanted me to tell you this, and I could not take her 1 foot out of this country without my ex's consent.
Imagine that.
Just saying, we ain't got to go into it.
I understand.
We ain't got to go into it. But he was like, tell Mike.
Measures are being taken.
Yeah, he's like,
just
tell
saying.
Mike. I took my daughter to the DR, and I had to get her mama's consent.
Yep.
Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. I ain't trying to start nothing. I don't want no problems.
I heard a rumor you're supposed to get permission from both parents to take kids out of the country.
I don't know, Mike. I ain't trying to open this can. I'm just telling
It's
you.
all right.
I'm passing along
I
a
appreciate
message
that. Thank
from
you, Lowe's.
somebody.
I also heard a rumor that you can't lie and say you're on vacation when you've actually posted up and withdrawn kids from school, sold your car, and got rid of your apartment lease either. That's not vacationing. That's moving. I heard a rumor.
I'm just
not allowed to
passing
do
along a message from somebody that spent $200 at Texas Cheer.
that. I hope he got his 5%.
Damn right
No,
he did. But
very
he said he told me, he's like, I think everybody's gotten the message now, because now they kind of come up like, just so you know, I'm in the building.
Yeah. You have to say in the
Yeah.
building. AD don't roll like that.
AD ain't having it.
No, you can't
He's in
just say, "Oh, the
this
podcasters."
AD's favorite quote is, "I'm in this business to make money.
Is sing, motherfucker.
I'm in this business to make money."
He didn't become seeing MFer by giving people
he
free
didn't.
shit.
No, he didn't.
But he is giving 5% off when you mention in the building. And
Yes,
he's also got
sir.
some sweet hookups for the rest of the month of October, including some good wine hookups, including that Woodwork Cabernet. Normally it's what? $16.99,
It's hard to see.
$18.99. That's
Something
only
like-
$9.99 right now.
Something like that, though.
He's got that Athlon Sauvignon Blanc. Normally it's $17.99. That's only $4.99. Good white wine for the rest of the month. Halloween's around the corner, so you got until then. Get in there and get your specials on the hooch. How about the booty juice he's giving away? Still giving away that too, and the whiskey. Our boys at Still Austin.
And the lit kits are doing fantastic.
Excellent.
People are loving the lit kits, man.
right.
They're doing well. I've sold a few my damn self.
So it's got all the ingredients, and you mix it, and you got a spout to pour it out.
Yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
Everybody, yeah, especially now that we had a bunch of Halloween parties over the weekend.
That is cool.
The lit kits are doing really, really well. So go get your lit kit and get lit with Texas Cheer Liquor.
You got to be careful saying that fast. What are we doing? We're licking what?
Get lit.
Lit.
Get your lit kit.
We're
Get
lit
lit
kit.
with your lit kit.
We're not licking kitties.
We can do
We're
that
lit
too,
kits.
after the
We're
lit kit.
Lit kitten.
After you lick the kitten. After the lit kit, lick the kit.
See, I thought y'all didn't do that, but you've told me that's not true.
Who told you black men don't lick kit?
Steve Harvey.
Well, it gets all in his mustache,
And
and it just sits.
savors it for later.
So all day he's like this.
Screenshot that picture. 627. What episode is this, LG?
253.
No, it's not. It's like,
196.
thank you.
Oh,
Episode 196. Got it. Thank you.
and we're slowly creeping toward 5,000. I'm gonna have to do this George Jefferson thing.
It's
here.
a slow creep, man.
It's a slow creep, but
It needs
what
to
did we
go
start
up.
at when I got here? We're at about what, 2?
Yeah.
About a 2.
Yeah.
We've gotten 2.
Yeah.
Ask anybody that's in this YouTube thing. Unless you're like a super mega Ronaldo, it takes time to build up a YouTube following. Even though it takes 1 second to click subscribe.
Especially in this city.
Yeah,
Everybody's old school and don't want to go to YouTube or Spotify.
yeah. I went to the Spurs game last night.
I wanted to get into that.
Dude, We're in the building. I had people all night long shouting me out. I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
That's
Shout
great.
out to Albert.
Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you subscribe?
Yeah, Albert's a subscriber. What up, Albert?
All right.
Love you, bro. But no, a bunch of guys. Nate, Albert, gosh, a bunch.
You saw a hard fart 18-point lead go into 3, but they won.
And your best friend said hello to me.
My best friend said hello to you.
Yeah.
Greg Popovich.
Gave me a hug.
Nice.
No, not Pop.
Oh, who?
I was at the game as a customer.
Oh. Well, you and Pop, he loved you so much, you probably could have sat on the bench had you asked.
Oh, Mr. Jesus.
Oh, Spurs Jesus.
Yeah.
God, he's still doing this bit?
Still dressed up.
Oh, my God. And Deshaun Watson still playing quarterback.
Spurs Jesus came, gave me a hug. He's a Roosevelt
Man
guy.
of faith.
He is a man of faith.
Sure.
Love
What's
the new
up?
show.
Yay. Yay. Good for him.
Love the new show. Where's y'all's jet?
Oh, well, Jeez.
Like it's parked.
I showed that jet off this weekend. I showed that promo, to my guys in Georgia.
then what did they say?
They loved it. They loved it. The Bentley and the jet. Yep. They loved it.
And then I was hopping in back into
Nina's little car. Beep, beep. That was good. Oh, my goodness. What else? So I want to know about this. So last night, Rudy did go to the game.
It was a great game.
18-point lead. We got a little chingazos with that dipshit Dylan Brooks doing what he does, agitating like he's a hockey goon. And Chris Paul getting in the middle of it.
It was weird. It was weird watching Chris Paul.
Weird to see it on TV. Imagine
I was
in
sitting
person.
there and I'm like, damn, that's Chris Paul on my team.
Weird.
And another thing, late punch for the person who said Wemby gained 25 pounds of muscle.
He did, Rudy. His kid is 8'11". It's hard to see, but it's there. Didn't you see him? He deflects when he had to dunk. He had a little muscle.
Yeah, he gained those gosh
He had a little tiny
pounds of muscle.
A little bit.
But it was a great game. I liked this team. And this was without Vassell.
Yeah,
I like
man.
this team.
Yeah.
I like this team a
Okay.
lot.
Oh, one game and he's sold.
I like this team.
Okay.
I like him.
Okay.
I like him.
What'd you think
I'm
about
interested
that?
to see what he's going to do at the end of games, though.
Wemby or Chris Paul?
Pop.
Okay.
Because you got Chris Paul and Wemby, right? You got Barnes. You got Keldon. You got Vassell. It's a lot. I like Johnson. I just wanted to. I want to see.
Loves
And
it.
it's going to be Pop is a game by game basis guy, but you always have your guys that you go to in late in the game. So I'm just interested to see who he's going to roll with.
Spurs are interesting, not just to us now. They got Wemby and Chris Paul.
It was an exciting game, man.
There's
and the city's excited. I could tell.
Yeah, and there's extraneous eyeballs on the Spurs now because of Wemby. We're playing. We got more national televised games now.
That was a TNT game.
Yeah, that was cool. Very good.
No, it wasn't.
No, that was
Dallas.
Thursday. That's a Dallas game. And they got down big to Dallas, and Wemby didn't make any shots. But Dallas went to the finals last year. And all Barkley wanted to do was call the Mavericks out in the postgame after that game and said they were a fraud. Said they got lucky last year and they played nobody and they lucked their way to the finals.
Yeah, the Dodgers are up 2-0. Did you see Freddie Freeman the other night?
And I did, of course.
I
absolutely saw Freddie fingered Freeman.
Legendary. Like if
cool.
they win it all, it's legendary. That shit was that was one of those scenes where you just say sports.
Yeah, sports. Mm-hmm.
Bat drop, bat flip.
Yeah.
Crowd going freaking insane. They're up 2-0 now, right?
Yeah. Won last night 4-2. Yankees got the bases loaded in the ninth and couldn't get it done. Dodgers hung on and won 4-2. Now, Ohtani did get hurt.
He thought his shoulder popped out.
A subluxation, which pops out and pops back in. And he was in pain, and he's going to be sore. Now, he's only a DH. It's his left shoulder, though. And so it's not really his lead shoulder either. So I think he's going to be okay. He's going to have to.
They do a lot of gay shit in the clubhouse.
You got to do what you got to do to get him out there.
They
It's Shohei Ohtani. If he needs a rub and tug, get on the field, you do it.
They do a weird shit in the Dodgers.
Not that there's anything wrong with
Hey,
it.
No, there's nothing wrong with
you
it.
got to.
But baseball humor is different. Like they act like they're squirting on each other. It's a weird clubhouse. It's cool.
Well, they
I ain't
play
mad at
100. Rudy, the Dodgers are on their 190th
Like,
game.
I saw Mookie Betts hit a homer. They bent down like they were going to do something to him. And then he goes like this, and then they go, oh, and then they poured water on his face. I was like, what's happening?
They look like Aggies out there celebrating.
They do some weird stuff, man.
You know, hey,
I ain't mad at it.
Hey, man.
You know.
Look, this is like the 190th game they played this season. They've been
Geisha.
together every day since the beginning of spring training. I mean, this isn't like NFL where you see a dude 4 months a year. They're holed up on the road.
Dude, go
They
YouTube
They
it.
bond.
YouTube Dodgers celebrations.
They bond. They bond.
It's weird. Like, you act like you just skeeted on that man
That's a little different.
in the dugout.
Yeah, high five will do.
Like, psh, 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 and then he goes like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
It's come a long way from the days of the 1960s where you just handshake. They didn't even high five back in the
I
60s.
saw Tiny stole a base. He stood up, and once he stood up, he goes like this.
Yeah.
And the fucking dugout goes crazy. Yeah, I'm like, what is happening? He stole a base, and I'm like, wait, Otani, you've been poisoned? He goes,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fudge?
You've seen Japanese porn. They get down different.
I haven't seen that Japanese. What is
It's
Japanese
different.
porn?
They're cochino. They nasty.
Oh.
Yeah. It's no holds barred. Everything goes. What was it? Hideki Matsui used to brag about his porn collection, the old Yankees
No.
outfielder, Godzilla. Hideki Matsui used to brag that he had over 5,000
There's no way.
pornographic videos in his house. And he had a
What, on
collection.
VCR?
Yeah, back in the day, DVD. He had over 5,000 porn DVDs in his house, like on his shelf. And they brag about that like we brag about having records.
Or a bourbon collection?
Or a bourbon collection. Yeah. They have porn sellers, not wine sellers. I'm kidding. All I know is Otani is sore,
I bet.
but he does not play the field. He's only a DH, and it's not his lead hand when he's hitting, so he should be okay. He's fine, although he's hurt. And the Yankees better get their shit together. Aaron Judge,
What's
he
wrong with him?
needs to have some sex. He's terrible.
What's wrong with Aaron Judge?
He can't even make contact.
No, they got
9
his number.
strikeouts and 12 at bats or something.
But Boone had no business pulling Cole last night. Cole was dealing. I know he's on this pitch count. He's $300 million.
Yeah.
It's the World freaking Series. Let him roll.
Yeah. How'd it go with Slackers the other night?
We had a good time.
Good. Sorry I missed it.
No, it's all good. You're out of town. You're on business.
Pitching our company, honestly.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Good, man. Good.
We had a real good time, and we got some other things coming up in I want to say in November. Want to make sure I get this right. Give me some time. Frank Slackers. Yeah, we got for November. We got Booze Fest.
Okay.
Yeah, Booze Fest,
Okay.
which means anything goes. No, I'm kidding. No, I want to say
Not Coos Fest.
no.
Booze Fest.
Booze
I will
Fest.
be at this one, guaranteed, unless it's over my birthday week. 'Cause I might be out of town.
Where you going your birthday week?
New York City, looks like.
To see the son-in-law?
Yep. After my birthday, the week after.
Yeah, Booze Fest.
Okay.
Funny Water, Austin Eastsiders, Modelo,
What
White
day?
Claw. Not sure the date yet.
All right. Do it before
Sierra
25th.
Nevada, Neutral, Two Shots, Pacifico, Pint House, Carbach Brewing, Jameson, and Tito's.
Oh, all good.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's going to
All
be a good time.
All right, we'll get you all the date and time. But in the meantime, make sure you frequent any one of the local Area 5 Slackers. We got North Star Mall location, Nacogdoches, Thousand Oaks, Med Center, and St. Mary's. It is the official studio sponsor, the official sports
Wait.
bar in the building, Slackers, sports, drinks, and games.
What day are
Yes,
you
sir.
going to New York?
26th
Oh.
of November.
Okay, but until when?
For like 6 days. Be
Well,
back.
that's Thanksgiving week anyway.
Yeah, they won't do that Thanksgiving week.
No, we're not doing that Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to figure out is, so then I'm thinking the 22nd.
I'll be in the whole Atlanta, the 18th through the 26th.
What do you mean Atlanta?
Huh. What are you doing in Atlanta?
I have a gig in Atlanta.
Oh, what's the gig?
18th through the 26th, sir?
Sorry, 18th through the 22nd.
Okay. Can you still run shows that week?
No,
Yes, at night. I can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
he can't say.
I'm filming for Nokia.
Oh, Nokia again. That's a big gig for LG. It's a good gig. He makes more money in that week than I'm making a year.
Not even, but
I'm just trying to figure out when In the Building / Thunderdome can celebrate your 50th.
Oh,
Because you're going to celebrate your 50th. What day is your actual birthday?
all right. So I've been trying to keep not talk about this all year, but y'all, I finally now backed into a corner because I have told you I've been uncomfortable with talking about my birthday, but
You
y'all
don't
are
give a
y'all
shit.
I know y'all are gonna make me, and now I've got okay. So my birthday this year is on a Monday.
What day is that? The
It's
18th?
Thanksgiving week though,
The 25th? Mm-hmm. Okay.
and I leave to New York the next morning.
Okay.
Noah Brown just caught a game-winning touchdown for the Commanders as they beat the Bears. Good for them. Good for the Commanders. That makes it harder for that shitty-ass Dallas clickbaits to win the division. Not that they're going to. Eagles are the best. Why don't we do something the weekend, like 23rd or 20? Let's do something on the 23rd.
LG will be back, right?
that should be, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, is there who do the Longhorns play on the 23rd? Texas football.
Kentucky.
Is it Kentucky?
Think so.
Yep, you're right. It is Kentucky.
See? Tell me I don't know my horns?
Oh, that's why you co-host the show.
Yeah,
TBD.
Jaden Daniels is bad. We'll figure it out.
Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out soon, though. I know y'all want to do something. I'm trying to make light of it, but y'all aren't going to let me.
I mean,
That's fine.
it can be when you get back too, if schedule
That
doesn't
too.
work
That's
out.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
not
yeah.
only that, because LG have been filming all week. Then we're like, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
LG, let's party
That day
Saturday
you
night
come
when you
back.
get home.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
It's all good.
LG's down, dude.
Or do we go to Atlanta with him, and you and I hang out in Atlanta while he works and do an Atlanta road trip?
How
This
much we
show
got in
has
that
got to
business
get.
account, LG $3, $4, $5.
Hey, we'll figure it out, man.
Not enough for all of us to go to Atlanta for a week.
I got a credit.
Well, I know a guy
Mike,
that has
you
a.
got
Hey,
credit.
I know a guy with a hotel room that week already.
I ain't got a hotel room.
Yeah, you
Hey, let me
do.
tell you
With
something.
two other dudes.
Let me tell you
What?
something.
Not you two.
What?
LG ain't staying with nobody on the road.
All right, that's it. We're done.
We're
All
done.
right, okay.
Let's go watch the Cowboys.
Let's go watch the stupid clickbaits get their ass beat. I think it's a close game, a sloppy game because of injuries, and in the end, the 49ers prevail. Give me 49ers 20, clickbaits 19, and a hard fart loss for Dallas.
All right. And
You-
Jaden, the Redskins threw a Hail Mary on our bitch asses. It was a
Commanders,
Hail
baby.
Mary, man. Jaden Daniels. Looks like a lot like Dak his rookie year. So don't get too hyped, Commander fans, because I've seen another quarterback look really good his rookie
Yeah,
year.
but they don't have
and
to
then
worry
come
about
back to
Jerry
earth.
Jones messing up his head.
Dak Prescott sucks.
They got the guy who should be the head coach of the Cowboys, Dan Quinn. Good for the Commanders. Taylor likes to bury the lead. It was a damn Hail Mary catch. I know. Well, yeah, it was a Hail Mary.
Damn, we took Caleb.
I like Caleb.
I like Johnson.
He's going to be great. Caleb and Jaden. Big rivalry for the next 10 years in the NFC. Love y'all hard, man. I'll tweet throughout the night as I get sick of
I'm
watching
not.
that shit and go to sleep. Yeah, Rudy ain't.
I ain't tweeting with
Yeah,
y'all.
Rudy don't give a shit.
No, I might tweet. Or X
I could do a post game tonight.
from your home.
Yeah.
You'll be asleep.
Nah, screw that.
Screw that.
Maybe you never.
You never know.
I should put more content on our channel. I have a setup at my house.
We need-
We're done. That's it. Love y'all hard. Thank you to our sponsors and our supporters and our members and our subscribers and the people. If you watch this show, thank you. Please subscribe. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a dime. Love y'all hard. We'll see you in here mañana for the Monday Nighter. Love you. See ya.
Vassell is fine.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.